of concepts in economy. Previously, in previous lectures, we studied what is meant by GDP. We also studied different methods to calculate GDP. Now, in this presentation, I am going to explain you the uses and the current scenario of GDP. Okay, so the very first, I am going to explain you the uses of concept of GDP. The first uses of GDP indicates the growth of a country's economy. Means GDP indicate the growth of a country's economy. Okay. Then the second uses of GDP is a qualitative concept. That is, GDP is a qualitative concept. It indicates the volume or size of an economy. When we talk about the qualitative concept, it means suppose if economy previously in the last year the volume of the economy of country was, say, consider rupees 100. Say that rupees 100 was a volume in 2015. In 2016 the volume increased by 10 rupees. The volume increased by 10 rupees. Means in 2015 the volume of an economy was rupees 100. Now rupees 10 added. Means we consider 10%. That is, total volume will be 110 rupees, or we can say 10 rupees or 10% increase. Similarly, in the next year 2017, again 12 rupees added. 12 rupees added to the original 100 rupees. So the total amount will be 100 plus 10 plus 12. So it will be near about 112 rupees. So we can say the volume is increasing by near about 9% per annum. Suppose in another condition, if the volume of economy is rupees 100 and the next year the volume decreases by rupees 2 rupees. Volume decreases by 2 rupees. It means that the decrease in a size indicates that it is a negative growth rate of economy. So the volume indicate whether the economy is a positive or negative. So GDP concept indicate about the quality of an economy of a country. Okay. Now, when I talk about the growth of country's economy, growth means, as I explained, rupees 10 increase, or we can say 10% increase in the rupee. So we show that is growth. Means we can say since independence. Next slide I am going to explain you here how the growth of an economy we are going to consider. Okay, so let me come back. Okay, so here so here in the previous slide we discussed how the Indian economy increased, the volume of Indian economy increased from 2004 onward. Okay, so here these points indicate the volume or growth of an economy. Okay, now again the GDP shows the strength of an economy. GDP shows the strength of economy. In the next slide, here I am going to show the strength of an economy. Say suppose this is comparative GDP of India with other countries. The next slide I am going to present about it. Consider India is the world's fifth biggest economy in terms of GDP at nominal cost or nominal GDP, and whatever the points given or numbers given are in billions of dollar. Okay, so the volume of India is 2935, that is 2935 billion dollar, or we can say 2.935 trillion dollar. 2.935 trillion dollar. So this is our strength. This is our strength. Here this point indicate that $2.9 trillion, or we can say $2,935 billion, is the strength of India's economy. Okay, so GDP shows the strength of an economy. Now, what GDP do not show? The GDP does not show the quality aspects of goods and service produced in a country. See, GDP consider the final values of goods and services produced in a country, but it do not consider the qualitative aspects of goods and services produced in a country. Say example, China. Here we will take the volume of China, that is strength of the China. China's strength is $14,140 billion. Okay, so it is the second biggest country in terms of nominal GDP. Okay, now it shows the strength of China's economy, but it do not shows the quality of goods and services. Here it do not shows the quality of goods and services produced in a country, as we all are knowing the Chinese product quality. They are produced in large quantities, but when we see the qualitative aspects of goods and services, it hardly match the producer or the customer's requirement. Means the quality of the particular product, though it looks fantastic, but the particularly quality reduces at a lesser time of period. Okay, so GDP do not shows any kind of qualitative aspects of goods and services produced in a country. Now concept of GDP, again, many international financial institutions like International Monetary Fund, we say IMF, again we can also say the Monetary World Bank, again Asian Development Bank, many international financial institution uses GDP as an indicator for comparative analysis of economy of its member nation. Okay, so it uses GDP for the comparative analysis of economy. Okay, now here these are the some of the uses of concept of GDP. Now here I am going to explain you the comparative GDP of India with other countries. Here I am going to take the reference of 2019, that is previous year, and 2020, I say this year. So here I have made a list of top 12 economies in the world. We see one by one. Now United States, the strength of United States when we compare it into billions dollar, so it is 21,439.45. That is, we can say $21,439 billion. It is the strength of United States. Otherwise, we can say it is $21.43 trillion. Either we can say 21,439 or $21.43 trillion. So it stood number first economy in the world. That is nominal GDP. Okay. Similarly, the China, which is second topmost economy in the world, has its strength of $14,140 billion, or we can say $14.14 trillion. Similarly, Japan stood at remain at third rank. So the Japan has a capacity of strength of $5.15 trillion, or we can say simply $5,154 billion. Similarly, the Germany stands at rank 4, has the capacity of $3.86 trillion. And when we talk about India, so it is fifth largest economy, and the strength is $2,935 billion, or we can say $2.935 trillion. Okay. Now below India, many developed countries like France is behind India, United Kingdom is behind India, then Italy is one of the developed country, is also behind the India in terms of total strength of economy. Okay, so here you can find United Kingdom remain at position 6, France is position at 7, Italy is remaining position at 8. Now it is a Brazil. Brazil is a developing country like India, so it stood at rank 9. Then many other countries like Russia, which is also at the rank 11. Okay, and our native Asia, native people, native country in Asia, that is Korea. It is South Korea, not North Korea, remain at the 12th position. Now all these ranking are from 2019 year. Now when we compare with the 2020, the ranking remain almost same. Okay, the ranking remain almost same. Only changes that in 2019 United Kingdom was at 6th position and France was at 7th position. But in 2020, the France got upgraded and remain at switch to the position 6 and UK fall to the position 7. That's the only change. Okay. Now rest of the ranking remains same. Now on the right hand side here we'll see the percentage of share of that country with world. Okay. So the United States has 24.7% of share in a world economy in today's context. So United States has 24.7% of share in today's context. Similarly, the China has 16.9%. Similarly, Japan has 5.98%. Germany has 4.40%. And very important point is India. So the share of India's economy when we compare to the world is 3.54%. Then you'll find similar, the same rank goes with other countries like France, United Kingdom, Italy, having their own respective contributions in world economy. Okay, so here we considered the comparative GDP of India with other countries. Here for this calculation we consider nominal GDP, and all these numbers are mentioned in billions of dollars, or you can take into trillion of dollars. Okay, now here we completed all things about the GDP. So the very first concept we completed. Now we'll switch to the another concept of economics, that is net domestic product. So net domestic product is the GDP calculated after adjusting the weight of depreciation. So here you will find net domestic product is equal to GDP minus depreciation. Now the very first question arises in our mind, what is meant by depreciation? Now we take the example of depreciation. See, today we purchase any device. Take the example, we purchase a mobile. Say the cost of the mobile may be rupees 20,000. The cost of mobile may be rupees 20,000. There are different varieties of mobile and having different costing. We assume the cost is rupees 20,000 of a specific mobile. Now you have purchased that mobile in June 2019. In June 2019. Now it is June 2020. You have purchased mobile at rupees 20,000 in June 2019, and right now it is June 2020. In June 2019 it was 20,000 cost. Right now the cost is rupees 5,000. The cost of rupees is 5,000. Means over a 1 year span, or you can say 12 months span, the cost of mobile reduced by 15,000. Have you understood? The cost of mobile reduced by 15,000. Means in 2019 the cost was 20,000. Now it is 5,000. Now where the 15,000 went? That 15,000 we say depreciation. That 15,000 we say depreciation. That 15,000 we can say the depreciation. Okay. So here depreciation we consider. Here we consider the depreciation. So when we need to calculate NDP, net domestic product, so it is how we can calculate GDP minus depreciation. Or when we have NDP, net domestic product, and we need to calculate GDP, again we can have a reverse calculation, that is GDP is equal to NDP plus depreciation. Okay, so here we studied about NDP. Now here we can consider about some of the consideration of NDP. NDP has to be always lower than the GDP for the same year. So look here, say for any financial year the NDP has to be always lower than GDP of the same year. Means GDP must be more than the NDP. GDP must be more than NDP. So this will be a good sign of economy. Now suppose if it happened that NDP is more than GDP, then we can say there is we can say the economy is reducing, country's economy is reducing. Okay, now we'll see what are the different uses of GDP. So for the domestic purpose, the GDP is to understand the historical situation of loss occurred due to depreciation. As I told you, say a country has a property of rupees 10,000, property of rupees 10,000 in 1947. India, consider, suppose India has a property since 1947 and it valued rupees 10,000 in 1947. But now, if two situations may arise, if the value increase to 1 lakh, then we say it is a positive sign. If it reduces, then we say it is a depreciation. So NDP is held to understand the historical situation of loss occurred due to depreciation. Now, the second point is to analyze sectoral situation of depreciation. Like sectoral situation of depreciation means what? Say we need to consider depreciation in mechanical components, machines, agriculture components, electronics components, electrical components. Okay, so everywhere we need to consider a machine. Again, we can consider the depreciation in a books. Suppose we purchase some books, new books at rupees 100. One per book we purchase at 100 rupees. And after completion of our academic year, we are going to sell it to the shop. Then the shop owner may purchase that book with 50 rupees. Means we initially paid rupees 100 and now we are getting 50 rupees. Means the difference is the depreciation. So NDP helps to analyze the sectoral situation of depreciation. Sectoral situation of depreciation means, say in mechanical industry the depreciation will be different, in electronics industry the mechanical will be different, in agriculture industry the depreciation will be different, in electrical it will be different, in the daily consumable products it will be different, in chemical industry it will be different, in civil industry it will be different. So everywhere the different depreciation rates are there. Okay, very important point of NDP. NDP shows the achievements of a country in R&D. Now, if it means that more the percentage of depreciation, lesser the R&D. Means, suppose a company has made a product. Take example of a mobile. Now, the life of the mobile, we generally assume it is 2 to 3 years. But within 6 months, that mobile got damaged. Natural damage. I am not saying that it is man-made damage, natural damage. And say 1,000 piece manufactured by a company, and out of 1,000, after 6 months, near about 800 or something mobiles were disposed due to bad quality. So we say it's lesser, that is we have lesser R&D, means we don't have the strong R&D. So because of the lesser R&D, the depreciation increases. Again, we take the very interesting example. Right now, in India, many bridges had already constructed in Britishers times. So many bridges passed near about 100 years. Still, some bridges are in good condition. But when we go outside and see some of the small KTB, that is Kolhapur type bandaras, which might have constructed 20 to 30 years back. Now, some of them, some of the particular bridges or some of the dams, KTB type dams, are not in good condition. So we say Within last 20-30 years, such kind of construction made and the quality is very less. But in Britishers times, whatever the bridges were constructed are currently still good condition. So we say that time it was the country has a good R&D, or the Britishers has a good R&D. So we show that it shows the NDP shows the achievements of countries R&D. Okay, so here we'll conclude.